Oh
You there?
man. Hi. Hey, Athena. you know, you just make me laugh. I don't know. You're just a giggle girl, I guess.
I love my silly self, and I have all my silly sisters to be happy with. What's
Yep.
not to laugh about?
Cotter
It's funny.
pants forever.
That's it. How was your week? How was your week?
Oh my goodness. Well, I was in Atlanta. I taught last weekend. But as far as the project goes, I've been talking to a bunch of the people. Just there's so much enthusiasm with this, and I believe it was after our last chat last week. I talked to Support Bikers, to Angie and Sunny.
Yep.
They're from Port Charlotte area,
Yeah.
and they have quite a following, and they're young, they're cool, they travel all over the place, and they have quite a following. They do a lot of good things for bikers, and they would love to be involved with our project in some way. And I asked them if they could come and visit you, since you're just across the peninsula there.
Yes.
So you're going to get to meet those two. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's I see them all over the place. It seems like wherever I'm at events, they are there too. So
That is too
it'll be great
cool.
having them
I've
involved again.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them. Hey, a shout out to Tommy. I see first one to pop
Oh,
on.
Tommy.
Tommy
Yay.
Snydergaard from Panama City Beach.
Oh, and speaking of him,
Mhm.
I got a phone call from Ashley or Allie today. So Tommy, Allie called me all excited because she was talking to you, and all of a sudden my name popped up, and she's like, "I got her on speed dial." So she called me right away, and she's
Oh,
involved.
crazy.
She's involved with the iron and motorcycle. Tommy, type it in there so we can say it right again. But
Mhm.
it's the Thunder on the Beach
Oh, I
rally
love that.
and the
I've never been,
motorcycle
but I've seen so
museum.
many good pictures. Oh yeah.
So yeah, so anyway, she's involved with that, and she's in North Carolina. And of course, our friend Erin, who is behind the scenes, is going to be in North Carolina. So
Yeah.
anyway, just all these things that just kind of like fit together. It's amazing how our community is. We're
Oh
big
yeah.
and small.
Yep. And it's coming together. And guess what I got today?
What
The
did you get?
motor arrived.
What?
Yeah,
the
it's here.
motor's there. It made
The
it.
motor is there. It's still in its cardboard box. Tomorrow's my unveil day in the shop. Of course, I had to go around and clean everything, so I made sure that my floors were like even a quarter as beautiful as the damn motor that's going to sit there on the bench and stare at me and go, "Ha ha, let's do this." Talked
Wow.
to Paco today. Everybody's coming on board. There's a lot of people that I'm now starting to get phone calls that everyone wants to know if there's something that I might need that they might have. So, hey, Dennis, I see you out there.
Dennis is
And the
there.
Iron and Chrome Collective.
Do you see that?
Okay.
Do you see? Can you see
Yeah.
my
Oh,
cup,
look
or
at
is it
that.
hard to say? It says motorcycle cannonball,
Motorcycle. Oh, yeah.
and look at that.
Oh, how
So
cool.
Kelly Maudlin's daughter made that for me.
Yeah.
So
He's so awesome. He's a
yeah,
fantastic man. I
I'm
enjoy his
sure he would
company.
love to help with something too. We'll find something for Kelly to do.
Yeah, so everybody, everybody again, we're just going to give a shout out as you're following along. If you have motorcycle related questions, how you can participate with parts and things that we need on the build side, you can reach out to me at the shop or through Miss Vicky. She'll forward my number. And then same thing backwards. If you can participate in any of the other aspects, we do need sponsors for the travel and the accommodations and the equipment and the insurance and all the things like that. So it has to come together. So Miss Vicky, tell everybody for me how we make sure they can get in touch and be a
Oh yeah,
donor.
yeah. Just you can reach out to Road Guardians if you want to know anything. But there are a couple of websites you can go to. I think the easiest thing is to do Sturgis Project at our roadguardians.org website, and right from our main page, if you just scroll below the header just a little bit, you'll see Project Guardians. So we've got information all over the place. Our guest today also has built a web page, and he has, I mean, he was an inspiration to us when we started building ours. We're like, look at what he put up. So
That's so
anyway,
cool.
so there are many ways you can get to Project Guardians and find out how you can be involved. So yeah, I talked to the gal that Becky Quiver. So she had reached out and wanted to know if she could do some printing for us. So we're working on that.
Miss Becky's the bomb. She's so cool.
Yes,
Hey,
she's
Bob,
amazing.
I see you. Yes, tickets
Amen.
tickets will be available on the 1st of February. You don't have to wait till the pilgrimage. You can just get your tickets beforehand. And I'm sure you can get a lot of information about what we're doing too, also through the Sturgis Museum
Yeah,
website.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
perfect.
yeah, for sure. There aren't going to be paper tickets. So, a lot of people are so used to that, having these paper tickets, but there won't be
Right.
paper tickets. That's going to be electronic tickets.
And then the
So,
computer does the draw. So
right. So it's very
that's
fair.
perfect. That's
Yeah.
very fair.
Not
I
the way,
love that.
not the way bikers used to do things. Well,
Nice.
anyway, hey, we've got a great guest coming up though, right? Yeah. Do
Yeah,
we
you
want to
should
get
do
on
the
to that?
introduction. You
Yeah.
guys have a good history together. So
We,
you want to tell us a little bit about your background together?
yeah, I'd love to bring him on and make him tell the story too. So can we bring Glen Larson in?
Miss
So we
Erin,
started.
she's on the
We
ball.
One of the things we started talking about when Athena and I, as we were planning this, is we were like, all this is groovy and good, but a motor itself does not a motorcycle make,
No,
and
no.
it's going to take more than that and a lot more than that. So
Mhm.
what we did was we. And I'm not sure why we're not seeing Glenn. Maybe he's got his camera off. So we'll get
We'll
him
get to
on here
that.
in just a
Yeah.
little bit. But, we were talking about that. And I said, well, I'm going to have to reach out to some of my friends and supporters. I'm going to see what happens. And if we can find
And
a
you did a good
supporter,
job with that too. You absolutely did. You
yeah.
hit the nail on the head. He's awesome.
Well, Glenn,
He's
I just can't wait to introduce you to him.
he is so articulate and he's creative
Yeah.
on both the aspect of motorcycling and in the law profession. You know what I mean? I love their biker wolf pack. I think that's super cool. And
Yeah.
for those of you who aren't familiar, it's Biker Wolf Pack Law, and you should check out our Road Guardians, Project Guardians, page where you can see all that on Road Guardians. You can see all the information.
So, but it's really bigger than just the, so you think of attorneys and you think of them practicing law and helping bikers, but the biker wolfpack law is it's almost like a movement. He's from Texas area, and I wanted him to tell it. So I don't want to tell too much, before we get Glenn here, where he can explain to you his involvement with us and what he does with Biker Wolfpack Law. But I must say that I've had the great opportunity to work with Glenn for quite a few years now. And everything that I have ever asked him to support or to do, his answer has always been yes.
He's a big advocate.
How can we do this? He's like, yes, great idea, love it, I want to do it. Tell me how we're going to get that done. And
right,
this creative side he has, where where he is, creative in his law practice and has actually a family history of creative people in his family. Has led him to say this project sounds so cool. I don't not want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what I think a lot of other people are doing when they hear about it. They go, what? They're going to do what? And they say, I want to have my name on that. I want to go down in history as a part of this project. And I think that's Tommy. I mean, it was so cool how we met up and we're just sitting at Chris Trivy's bar at Nick's Anvil Inn. And he starts introducing himself and telling me what he's doing and who we know together, a very good friend that we both have. And starts talking to me about the project. So he'd been seeing it on Facebook. And he says, I got this thing that I want to do that I think would be perfect. And I agree. It will be such a perfect thing. So
it's going to be a fabulous thing. And for everybody watching, again, please, when you see it, take it, share it, make sure everybody knows what's going on because we love the support. And as we progress, it's going to get fun. I do know that there's some giggling that goes on my end of it, just so you know, because every time I go to film, I have the giggles, just like we started. So once I get that out of my system, but silly is definitely in these days. I think
I think so
happy and
too.
silly, right? And just take life by the handlebars and enjoy it. That's what we're doing, and we're gonna do something great. We're gonna preserve our past. We're gonna live in our present, and we are gonna like inspire our future. So, wow,
Did you
what an
see the
honor!
Harley Davidson J that they did a news thing this week that they're
I
putting out
didn't.
a Harley Davidson J, which a J model, the JD is,
Yeah.
and it's got a solo seat on it. And I'm like, are they watching us? Are they going
Was
to
it
copy us?
Was it for real Harley Davidson, or was it an
That's
A?
what I wondered. I wondered if somebody was pulling my leg here. So I'm like, what? So I did see something once before about that they were doing this little limited edition,
Mhm.
nod to the past kind of thing. So
I've
I'll
seen the
see.
knucklehead, and it was AI, and I was like, I actually asked somebody, I was like, "Are you really bringing out the knuckle?" They're like, "What?" I said, "There's that AI." They're like, "No, that's AI." I was like, "Oh, okay." Just
So
saying,
tell me more about things that are happening on your side with the bike build. Who are you talking to?
because I've spoken to BDL. I'm working with Scott. Um, we've been in communication back and forth with Baker about different things. Let's see who else. Terry Components for the starter. Um, I'm actually chasing around a nice youngin who's making wheels right now. I want to see something that they do. And then I've had a couple ideas about little, being that it's kind of our time capsule, like we said, right?
Uh-huh.
Little things that we can take from different eras and put them in. I talked to Gene at Clockworks today. I love that man. He is so fabulous. I mean, he is definitely a right arm to Brian. I say not just a right hand, because he gets it done. So we talked about fenders, and he's helping me in my search for some front end parts and things of that nature, to put it out, because I think I know where they are. And of course, we're not trying to take a bunch of used parts and make them fresh again. We want new stuff that's either brand new or that has been sitting somewhere that nobody's ever used, that they would like to see it on our project. We're not putting 100,000-mile front end on our brand new motorcycle. So, and I appreciate the offers, because I've gotten some offers. A lot of people want to just know what they have in their garage that they can give. And I told them we're going to come up with an idea to maybe help raise some more money for the museum and Road Guardians through some other way, maybe using what they want to donate. So I told them
Yeah.
we'd talk about that in the future, and I appreciate it, because everybody's been so kind. My phone has been ringing off the hook. Just regular people who have motorcycle stuff and things, and think somebody wants to send me grips, which I thought was really cool, because they're kind of the grips that I was thinking about, and they're brand new in the box. And they were like, they just been sitting around. And I was like, you know what? We'll take that, and we'll add you to the list of parts providers. And so it was really cool. So I've spoken to regular riders. I've spoken to businesses. Trying to think off the top of my list. I left my file folder all the way over there on the coffee table. So I do have a good little list. It's like, I see it right there. Yeah, so it's been good. I do know that Paco was 12 to 14 weeks away. And, so we're sliding in towards the end of January, February, beginning things. So our time strains are what they are. So we're going to take it as it goes. We're not going to stress. We know that anything worth doing is worth waiting for, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
I always believe that things happen in their own time and the way they are supposed to. And
Yes.
it's when you start trying to push things and rush things that you end up trying to make something work that isn't working. So
Right.
it's like better to try to be patient and do things right. And, but then we've got like TMMR.
Oh, yeah. We'll
Alicia's
be.
been from Easy Riders has been talking to Carrie, and Carrie is so excited about having our bike be the feature bike for them.
Nice.
And
That's cool.
yeah, and Felicia wants to she wants to shoot. They're going to be doing article and a feature on the bike for easy riders. I don't know if you knew that, but they're gonna they want to do it there at TMMR.
No pressure. No
Yeah,
pressure. No pressure.
because of
No
the
pressure.
because it's there by the water, because of all that
Oh,
stuff
it's
there,
beautiful there.
so
Oh
that
my
would be a
God.
beautiful place to do that, and we'll be able to find some hot chick there, that can help with the photography part of things.
I'm pretty sure Felicia's probably already got her figured out. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
anyway,
if I know her.
well, that was a cool call. I talked to her yesterday and again today about that stuff, and yeah, so it's man, where are we not going to be? Like there's places in between. So
What's really, really cool is, we've been doing all of this stuff, motorcycles, for a really long time. And collectively, as you go and you travel the road, the network of not friends, but family members that there's no blood relation to, but they are truly your family, how everybody just works really hard to lift each other up. That for me is there's so many places in the world you can be. And then when people look and they say, oh, motorcycles and out in the world and you do this and do that, like, why do you do that? And you can't really explain that. And if you had to put in a description to it, it's that exactly. It's how our whole community just rises up to lift each other up. Oh, hey, look at this event. Hey, we're going to be over here. Hey, we're going to do that. I love my friends get me involved in the greatest things. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I dragged you. Well, I didn't exactly drag you in though.
No,
I think, I called you up and was like,
why not?
What do I do? And I'll tell you what, you got me excited. That was
yeah.
Cool. I was just looking to see if Glen is going to be able to make.
Yeah, how do you do? How do you do there?
There's something going on his end that's making it so he can't jump on. So I want to say hi to Jigs and let you know that the tickets are going on sale on February 1st. So we talked to the museum. We had a great visit with Heidi last week, and so they'll go on sale, and so people have to buy them online. They're not going to be paper tickets. There's going to be like a QR code or whatever, but of course, you'll have plenty of opportunity to do that. So for any of you who don't know Jigs Cressy, he was the director, I probably said it wrong because everybody has their own way of saying it, but of A-Beta South Dakota for many, many years. He's an inductee into the Motorcycle Hall of Fame, freedom fighter, and now since he got out of that so he could have a little bit more time, he has zero time. I mean, he thought he was busy before, but now he is but he's also very into our mission, Road Guardians. He has helped us get things going in the state of South Dakota to get people trained, and their EMS is super excited. Like they all want to know how to, you'd think, because it's South Dakota that they would all know motorcycle trauma. But after we taught a couple of classes there, they went, hey, every one of our EMS people need to know this stuff.
Right.
So we need to get them all trained. So we're working with him to get more training for them, like 5 classes this year for that and teaching the motorcyclists. So, he is really instrumental in what we're doing. So thanks, Jake.
What you do in your mission too. Again, same thing. You lift each other up. It's for the same sole purpose. It's the community. It's it's a diverse group, and we're so lucky. So since Glenn can't be here, let's just talk for a minute. Okay. So go ahead and just tell me, because he's really been a longtime supporter of accident scene management and road guards. Like you said before, he's never really said no to anything that you've proposed to him and asked him for.
Yeah, and this is one of his logos. I mean, we talk about the creative side of him.
I love that.
Yeah. I wanted to ask him a little bit more about Biker Wolfpack, like where did that come from? So I'm hoping he will be able to tell us. We'll bring him back on again. But he's got this one. He practices everywhere in Texas. Like his main office is in Austin area, but he also has an office in Dallas and
Austin. Rot Rally. That's like awesome. Austin is an awesome town.
Yeah.
That's the Rot Rally, home of the Rot Rally. Yes.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
And, He does a lot with Cowboy Harley Davidson. I think he has a booth
Okay.
there every weekend or something. So he does a lot with them. And if Aaron, if you want to keep throwing pictures up, I'll talk about them. There's a picture of me teaching at Cowboy Harley Davidson. I think this is the first time that he and I actually met.
Okay.
And one of our instructors got hit by a car on her bike and broke her leg. And I just all of a sudden had to fly down to Austin to teach the class for her. And that's when I got to actually meet Glen in person. Before that, we had talked on the phone and we knew about each other. But that was really a great opportunity. Got a chance to thank him in person for the many classes he's registered. So then we, he's a good speaker in front of people, very compassionate. He was also there to answer their questions, the students' questions. And
Okay.
he asked them to bring their deck sheets from their insurance so he could take a look at them. He will review anyone's declaration sheet and he'll let you know, do you have adequate insurance? Are you underinsured? Did you miss a little piece that, like now you're not
Right.
insured at all in that area? So he's really good with that. Also always brings swag and makes it fun for people. Last time I was there teaching for the AMCA group, the sunshine chapter,
Sunshine. Yeah.
sunshine. Anyway, he got a couple of big trauma packs, actually the bigger ones, and he just did a impromptu raffle for people.
Oh,
So
cool.
that was pretty cool too. But the next picture is showing him just with more of the people, the bikers he hangs out with. He does a lot with Llama down there.
The Latin American Motorcycle Association. Yep.
Right. And the guy you see in the front here with the blue shirt on, that's
Yeah.
Robert Howell. And he's the
the
one who's
painter.
going to be painting. Yeah. He's
Yep.
going to be doing our paint. He
Awesome.
actually works. He works for Glen. He's
Okay.
their motorcycle representative. And he's been doing that
Nice.
for a long time. So, yeah. So Robert picked me up at the airport and we got to know each other better. And so,
And he also won Best Paint at SEMA
yeah. Yes, he
2025.
did. Yeah. This year. Yeah. Well,
This year,
October.
right?
In October.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So wonder how he's going to step that one up. So,
Nah, everyone is its own masterpiece. No pressure, Robert. No pressure if you're watching.
So the Alamo, I don't know what this is. He was probably going to tell you something about this. Maybe that's one of his bikes or something. I don't know.
Alamo Draft House
Draft
Cinema.
House Cinema. Yeah. So anyway, don't know the story behind that one.
Those are both his motorcycles, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is that'd be one of his bikes. But Robert didn't paint those because they're pretty black. So let's see, what else do we have, Aaron, that you can throw up there? I think we had I think you were saving a special picture for us. So we're going to get back to Glen because he's actually going to go visit Athena at her shop. But I want you guys to hear from him why he's involved in this project. And so I'm not going to try to tell that story. But I can tell you that it's been a great week again, continuing to move forward with this and tell the story of the bike. And if Aaron could show that last picture that you have of that specialness that happened today with Athena when she received the motor. Are you able to put that picture up? Oh,
what are you laughing about there, little girl? Is that funny? Is this funny somehow? This is funny. I don't understand.
Hey everybody, it's Athena here at Vagabond Chopper. We have received the first piece to our puzzle for the Road Guardian Sturgis Museum raffle build. It is a beautiful 124 diamond cut S&S cycle Evo motor. Thank you S&S for taking care of all of this for us and getting it here safely. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's a cardboard box. It's gonna be even prettier when I unwrap it. We're gonna roll it back into the shop, put it on the bench, and we're gonna let the fun begin. Don't forget, it's about honoring our past, living in our present, and inspiring our future. That's what this is all about. Okay, it's all about the love. Two-wheel freedom. Continue to follow along. Love you. Mwah.
oh, I want to see that first part again.
That is so cute.
Wasn't that cute?
What are you laughing about there, little girl? Is that funny? Is this funny somehow? This is funny. I don't understand.
Hey, everybody.
So you got to know the story behind it. We have this. There's these guys that have the shops down the way. We're like in a business park, and we're at the very beginning. And there's these guys that they drive by every day. I mean, I'm there all the time. I don't dress risque or nothing like that, but they always slow down when I'm outside. And apparently Don watches them watch me. So especially when there's happenings going on, they slow down and they watch me. Okay, I don't pay attention to any of that shit. I'm doing what I'm doing. He's my guy. I don't pay attention to whatever. So these guys we're trying to do this filming, and he's like, and he kind of gives the guy the side eye, and you see him, and I start giggling. I'm like, "What's that, babe?" And he's like, he mumbles about, looking at my girl or whatever. And then all of a sudden I'm laughing, and he pushes the button, record. And I was like, what do you? I don't know. He's like, yeah, you think that's funny? That's funny. Aaron would have to show you the whole video.
That's why. Okay,
it
so
was
there's
cute.
a story behind that.
Oh yeah, it's cute.
What you laughing at?
Oh yeah. I wasn't looking at anything. It was funny, but they were looking at me, and I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, he was looking at that guy like, what are you looking at?
Hey,
and
Mama Ditch, did you see the video?
Oh, Mama.
You're gonna have to let us know she's here. So Ditch is here. So
yeah, I love
we
that
got
woman.
Wind Road. So nice to see you here. So that was great. That video. We'll put that out. That'll be a little thing.
That's funny. Yeah, that was cute.
Facebook.
I love Miss Erin. She's so talented with that
Isn't
stuff.
she?
I can't believe she did that. I got to show it to Don. He's gonna lose his mind. Funny.
Well, I think we'll wrap it. We'll see if we can work out whatever those issues were that Glenn was having, and we'll get him on for another one so he can tell his story and his side of things. So he's so important to us. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for him.
Nope.
So
that's true.
We'll
he had such a cool background in his living room in the chair. He was
I know.
He was dapper, relaxed, laid back, and cool looking. I swear, is it nice fire going? You guys missed it. We had him for a blip, and it was really cool. He looked comfy, laid back.
Yeah.
Probably not very good internet there because it looked comfy.
Yeah, he's probably at the cabin somewhere.
Yeah, right. That's it.
All right. Well, keep telling your friends to make sure you go and subscribe to our channel. And every Tuesday at 9:00 Eastern time, so you guys can do the math, but 9:00 Eastern time, we're doing these updates, and we're introducing you to the people that are involved in this project. And we have a lot of people, actually. We're, once a week, and we have like people lined up that we want to introduce you to and talk about. So,
and on your page,
Tommy, you're one of them. Yeah, the first person on here. Tommy's one of them.
Fire Dog, we see you. Fire Dog 9100. Yes, first time here. Am I showing up? Yes, you are. And thank you for being here. And follow along. It's going to get more and more as it goes, especially with the motorcycle side of the update. But the people that we have, like she said, supporting us, you don't want to miss it. It's just fabulous. I don't want to miss it. So unless I'm like cutting, grinding, and welding, well, no, Don will remind me. So please share. And then next week, we'll see you there.
That's what you can do. Get people to subscribe to our channels so they don't miss a thing. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Love.